More rumors here. How about the Broncos drafting a quarterback in 2019? Mitchell, what's going on here?
So Elway came out and he confirmed to reports that he is interested in 4 quarterbacks, in the top 4 quarterbacks, according to John Elway. And Tom, again, you are our draft expert. His top 4 quarterbacks, I think that you're going to disagree with maybe just a little bit. So, keep that in mind. But when I look at him, it's Kyler Murray, it's Drew Lock, it's Dwayne Haskins, and then it's Daniel Jones. Now, Kyler Murray I love. He's my top quarterback. Dwayne Haskins up there as well. Drew Lock, I don't know if the camera adds 10 or 15 pounds, but in this picture, Drew Lock looks nothing like what I remember him looking like. And then Daniel Jones is, Daniel Jones I think is one of the worst quarterbacks in this year's draft class, but I don't know how much
big name guys.
I don't know how much sense it makes when you go out and you're going to pay Joe Flacco. Then Elway also comes out and says, we're in win now mode. You don't spend money on you don't draft a quarterback in 2019 if you're in win now mode.
But teams have. I mean, the Cardinals believe they were in win now mode with Sam Bradford, and then they drafted Josh Rosen.
It worked out great.
The Browns traded a 3rd-round pick for Tyrod Taylor, and then drafted Baker Mayfield.
And none of those teams made the playoffs. So you know what, Broncos? Yeah,
maybe they're not gonna.
Do your thing. And you guys should do your thing. Use hashtag NFL to get on the show. We're doing a live mailbag here. Questions, answers, all fun stuff. Taking your NFL draft and free agency questions. Again, use hashtag NFL. Carson, looking not like Deflategate. What do you think about the Broncos free agency signings?
I really like the Jawan James deal. It solidifies that right tackle spot that's been an issue for quite some time. Much better than going out and paying Menelik Watson, and we know how that one turned out. I like the addition of Kareem Jackson. You lost some guys out there. Basically, it's a swap of Bradley Roby for Kareem Jackson. I think that's fine in the end. What really worries me the most, and I almost forgot to mention, I love the Bryce Callahan pickup. That was a good move there. What worries me the most is what they lost, namely on the interior of the offensive line. Matt Paradis is gone. Billy Turner's gone. Those were 1.5 starters for the Denver Broncos because they had some injury problems. But how do you replace them? Do you find someone else on your roster? Do you promote some guys you drafted last year like a Christian Sam? The interior O-line is now a little bit of a red flag for me for Denver.
But I feel like it's been that way for a while. I think the Broncos, the way that they're built, is to still run the football because they want to have that defense. And I don't know if they're necessarily built for that. So, Seth, what you got for me, my man?
I love it. Says he came to Facebook as well to help support us. I like it, Seth. I appreciate it.
Seth, I want you to slide in my DMs.
New favorite
Renz365. I'll give you a follow back.
There you go. Same here. At WhatGoingDowney. All right, Lazarus says KC Chiefs versus New Orleans. He says for a Super Bowl prediction. I assume here.
I thought it was a dinosaur name.
What?
Lazarus.
It's not. It's Lazarus, not Lazosaurus.
That's what I thought.
Oh my God.
All right, NFL, KC Chiefs or New Orleans. I'm going with the Saints. Give me the Saints. Saints are winning the Super Bowl this year.
I'll go with the Saints too.
Winning the Super Bowl.
That's boring.
Why is it boring?
Because we pick the same thing.
So what? I mean, the Chiefs, their defense is horrible.
Yeah, but they need to trade up. Horrible. They need to move up to.
They got worse this offseason on defense.
Yes, they did.
And they were the worst defense last year.
So they can't get any worse then. There you go. All right, John Edward Kruger says, any more free agency moves for the Colts? They have the cap space. That's not really their MO,
I would have said yes, but like you said, they have the cap space. They haven't really pulled the trigger. But am I surprised? No. It's kind of been their MO.
I really like the Justin Houston pickup. I like re-signing Pierre Desir, mixed up for the really bad Devin Funchess contract, which is only 1 year. It's Dante Moncrief all over again. I don't know. Maybe you could see him target another defensive lineman or maybe a corner. I just don't think you're going to see them go up and make a big move for another player out there. Maybe some other cheap depth guys, but I think for the big-name guys, the Colts are about tapped out here.
There's also not many big-name guys out there anymore. Dominican Sue? Nope, I'm good on that. I ain't paying him all that money. Ansah? No, thank you. Speaking of money, Jordan Thomas, baller alert.
Super chat, love it.
I'll let you take it, Tom. It's a Cowboys question.
Will the Cowboys trade anyone away? I could see a scenario where if they take someone like Isaiah Johnson out of Houston, who's a cornerback, that they move one of their defensive backs. Because looking ahead to future years, you cannot pay Byron Jones, Chidobe Awuzie, Anthony Brown, and Jordan Lewis. Okay. And typically what I think you'll see happen here is it's the slot guy that leaves. So that's Anthony Brown. So I could see a scenario where Anthony Brown gets traded away. Jordan Lewis is your nickel corner. You can move Cheeto inside if you absolutely have to. We've seen the safeties like Xavier Woods play nickel corner before as well. So Anthony Brown might bring you the best return. And if the Cowboys really just want to punt on him, Taco Charlton. They were pretty frustrated by him last year with the way he came back from his injury. So I don't think it'll happen, but I could see a trade away of Taco Charlton. Jordan, I know you subscribe, but if everyone else out there watching likes the Cowboys, go subscribe to our Cowboys channel, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Turn on notifications to get notified each time we have a new video. That's youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Zach asking, if Will Grier is there, will the Cowboys take him? I assume he means in round 2, and I don't think so.
You're saying you don't think they'll take him, or he'll be there in round 2?
I don't think they're going to take him.
Okay.
Now, there is a train of thought out there on Twitter from some people that I actually like that is of the acquire quarterback asset mindset.
And then what, trade him later for
and
extra?
trade him later. It's basically what the Patriots did with Jimmy G and Brissett and a couple other guys in there. In the end, I don't think that's the route that they go. I think that because they're trying to win now, you don't spend a second-round pick on a backup quarterback.
That's fair.
So there you go.
Jack, get a picture. Zach, you too. Do the Raiders have any more cap space to sign someone like Ziggy Ansah? Oh, man. Well, Jack, first off, man, you got to subscribe to the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube, youtube.com/Raiders Report, because if you did, you would know that I absolutely can't stand Ziggy Ansah. But right now, the Raiders have $37.3 million in cap space. Then you also have to consider they're going to probably have to pay their draft picks close to $14 million in overall money. Like, sure, they have extra money to spend.
And teams like to have $5 million in case of
emergency, or also the players. I think there's like 59 guys right now on the roster. So, like, again, you're going to have moving parts. I don't want Ziggy Ansah. I want nothing to do with Ziggy Ansah. He's just not that good to me anymore.
The shoulder's not in good shape, and that's why he hasn't been signed
not
yet.
playing.
Teams are very concerned about it.
And they
for
should
good
be.
reason.
They should be.
All right, another Raiders one here, Mitch, from Jeff Rogers. Should the Raiders trade back if Bosa or Allen aren't there at number 4? It's a good question because I think there's a very good chance that probably both of them are off the board.
Like,
if teams don't move up
I
for
want
a
to say
quarterback.
yes, but then again, like, just because I say yes doesn't mean it's going to happen. If Quinnen Williams was there, I still think you take Quinnen, and I understand that they went out and they re-signed McDonald, and they don't really, let's say, have a need at defensive tackle like they do edge. But Quinnen Williams is the best player in the draft. When you're 4-12, you fill needs. So I would take Quinnen Williams. But if perfect world, sure, trade the 4th pick.
All right. Again, use hashtag NFL in the comment section, folks. We're taking your NFL draft and free agency questions live on the air. Just use hashtag NFL. Easier for producer Brett to find them that way. All right, from Zach, will the Lions give up on Matt Stafford soon?
I hope.
You keep saying that.
He stinks.
Let me put it this way. I currently have a bet with James here, Chat Sports, of I think it was a 24-pack, and then he doubled down, so it's a 48-pack of beer that Matt Stafford is on the Lions. I don't think I'm going to double down again and wait till 2020. I think I'm just going to cash out now. So it's not going to happen this year, but I could see it next offseason.
See, if you were a real pal, you would double down, use those beers for my 84 beers in 6 minutes challenge.
I mean, look, I got 48. I don't care if it's Natty Light. I'm set for at least a day.
It would take you a month to drink 48 beers.
No, it wouldn't. Not if I focused on drinking the beers.
Everyone who watches, if you guys watch Tom, how long would it take Tom to drink 48 beers? Comment below.
People say like anything more than a week. Come on. I mean, as long as I don't have to
People are
focus on
talking.
other stuff.
People are talking.
Throwing a good weekend there, and we're fine.
A weekend? You're not getting rid of 48 beers in a weekend.
Maybe not. Maybe an extended weekend.
Yeah, maybe you take an extra day or 2 off. We'll see. Patriot God. All right, we got to get off this question. What should the Patriots do during the draft? Not show up. That'd be great.
Well, I mean, in terms of like needs, obviously tight end is your number one. Gronk's gone, and you've got Jacob Hollister and Ryan Izzo and Matt Lacoste and Steven Anderson. That's not going to get the job done. Edge makes some sense there. They traded for Michael Bennett and kept John Simon, but Trey Flowers is out. That's your best pass rusher. Receivers still a need. I know that they signed Maurice Harris and Bruce Ellington. Okay, cool. Like, who's your actual go-to guy there? You'll just lost perhaps your best offensive player in Gronk. Need more help there. Then maybe some defensive line, and I think they'd at least consider going quarterback. It depends on if they find a guy that they like. I know that's Taxi Cuber's question here. If the Patriots will get a quarterback. I don't think they'd spend a round 1 pick on one. But if they find a developmental guy that they like, I don't know, a Brett Rippon, a Tyree Jackson, a Clayton Thorson, something like that, it makes some sense because it ain't Danny Etling. He's not any good. They drafted him to literally be the practice quarterback because he didn't throw interceptions.
Apparently Will Grier's been impressing the Patriots, Tom.
We'll see. Every year there's the quarterback that suddenly gets like round 1 hype like a month before the draft. I think it's going to be Will Grier this year. And then he'll end up going on day 2 where he belongs.
All right, my man. We'll see.
All right, folks, say goodbye to commercials. Go download the My TV Choice app today. Instead of having commercials while you're watching sports broadcasts, March Madness, Super Bowl, whatever, download the app. It knows when a commercial comes on, and it will send you sports content instead, like stuff from us here at Chat Sports, Mitch.
If you guys like our content and you're watching us, so we would assume that you do, instead of watching commercials, because come on, who likes commercials?
No one does.
Nobody likes commercials. Why not get some factoids, get some stats, some NFL stuff, NBA, all the content you possibly want from Tom and I here at Chat Sports.
That's mytvchoice.com.